So hi everyone. Good evening. This is Swapna Abraham with you on the 1,000 Songs in 1,000 Days Challenge. Today, the 12th of May 2018. On having crossed 400 days of the challenge, I have here with me as my VIP witnesses and guests in the challenge, my dear daughter, Amy.
Hi.
And her husband, Bryan.
Hi.
Yeah, so we thought we'd just have a little chat. Every time we have a VIP witness on the challenge, especially when there's a milestone, we would just have a little chat. So first of all, thank you so much for having me home.
You're welcome.
It's been fun.
My pleasure.
So I have no idea what you plan to ask me, but I'll give it to you, Amy. So shall we start? Okay.
Okay, so my first question. If you could create a dream team of artists, and you get to pick 3 people to be in your band to collaborate with you for the rest of this project, current artists, who would you pick?
So tough.
I know, but you wanted spontaneous questions.
Spontaneous questions, like musicians?
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Or singers, or whatever.
Let me just go with singers.
Okay.
Because musicians, that's going to be really tough. Singers, you said anyone, right?
Anybody living.
Of course, of course. Uh-huh, I see
I
that.
took out a favorite.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think for me that will be Adele,
Ooh.
Ed Sheeran. You
Good
said
choice.
3.
Yeah.
You said 3.
One more.
Sam Smith.
Sam Smith?
Mhm.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
good.
so 3 of them.
Very good.
And for me.
I like that team.
That would be really
I
interesting.
like that team.
Cool.
Yeah, okay, so that was a nice question, by the way. It
Thank you.
took me by shock.
I know, I planned it.
Yes. Yeah, so what else would you like to ask?
Well, I guess I have a question. So over the last few days, you have been pretty sick, as I'm sure
Yeah.
a lot of your fans and followers know.
Influenza A.
It's been pretty bad, as we witnessed, and I'm sure a lot of the people are wondering how the heck you keep up all that motivation, and like I can witness that you still get up early in the morning
Yeah.
to do your song, and you
Yeah.
really haven't stopped or slowed down, which most people would want to do. So how
Yeah.
do you keep up that motivation?
I don't know, Bryan, whether it is determination, because I've failed in things in the past. So I don't know, I could have been determined in those things as well. Or whether it's just stubbornness.
I believe that.
It's a very fine line between no, I certainly don't want to fail at this. I'm sure that I do not want to fail at this, and we set the bar as high as it is because it's a really difficult thing. 3 days ago, when I was wearing I'm just going by the clothes I was wearing, right? That gray T-shirt day, I could barely sit. So I had Bryan and little Kai pray with me in the morning. Yeah, and then I went in. I couldn't breathe. I thought I was actually dying.
She actually said goodbye to me.
I said I love you with all my heart.
I was like, what heart?
Oh, thank you very much. So I was while composing, I was just passing out. I was just passing out, like tripping. It was so crazy. The temperature was 100 and I don't know what, I don't know, it was so high. I was like passing out. So Bryan, it's failed in too many things in life so far, in important things, which one should not fail in. So finally chose for myself something that is easy to fail in, just by default. You don't need to be super good to fail in this. You can just fail. So I think now I have to battle my normal tendency to fail and to give up and to just say, shit happens. and to blame it on circumstance and people and life and your age and all kinds of things. Blame it on everyone else, but you failed. That's the point, right? No. Unless something like I lose my voice, which also was very close
Which
to.
you pretty much did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was very close to. Like the 2 days ago, I was croaking on certain notes, but there's a voice, right? This can happen. You can absolutely lose your voice, and if you lose your voice within 24 hours, then how do you sing? But you see, so there are risks, there are challenges.
Yeah.
So it is just it's a combination of no, I don't want to lose this, I don't want to fail in this, and I am stubborn.
Yeah.
So that's that, right?
Okay.
Yes.
My question. So, if you had to give somebody advice on a similar journey that they were headed towards, so if they were going to commit to something for 1,000 days and they had to do it without fail, what would you say to them?
Huh. I would tell them to think a lot before they decide on that number.
Yeah. Big number.
It's a big number. It's a big number. Having said that, no one ever knows the height of the tallest mountain in the world. Even if it's a number to the height, you don't know how high it is until you start climbing.
Yeah.
It's the same with the challenge. You know, 1,000 days is 1,000 days. But you don't know how that drudgery of 1,000 days feels until you're doing it day in and day out. Day in, and you can't even miss a day. That's the worst thing, right? Because you miss you out. Advice would be, first of all, to know that what you're going to do is really difficult, and then not to think too much about it. Because seriously, there's no
It'll
point.
intimidate you. Yeah.
It's just don't think about it. Don't think about it. This challenge is really a miracle. It's not about create. A lot of people say this has nothing to do with music. Thank you very much. I think it still has to do with music because there are songs happening every day. What do you call songs if they're not to do with music? But it has more to do with insane stubbornness / determination, willpower, focus, prioritizing. My family is more important to me than anything in the world. Which you know. But then my family knows that this challenge is important to me.
Yeah.
And I made it very clear to my family, whether it's my children, including Brian and little Kai, and my parents, as much as they're dear to me, they know that this challenge is really important. So life can happen, death can happen, sickness can happen, anything can happen. But this is just the objective. Don't think too much about it, because every day you wake up in the morning and it happens. God just lets it happen. God lets it happen. He just gives. How many of us wake up to a song? No, we don't.
Yeah.
We don't wake up. If I was doing this challenge at 4 p.m. every day, it's a lot easier because you fought with people at work. You fought with a person on the road.
Yeah.
You saw a beautiful sunrise. There was rain in the desert that day. Or some inspiration. You wake up at 3:45 in the morning. You've woken up from a nightmare, maybe some inspiration. You've woken up for. It's usually no dream, no inspiration. What are you going to write about? Nothing. You're going to write about world peace, world peace, world peace. There's only so much you can write about every day. And then there are certain topics that I'm definitely not going to write about. People were like, just write about them and become popular. I'm like, the whole objective is not about becoming popular. It's about doing something that is really difficult. Whoever want to do. Different people think differently, right? So it's a miracle, and don't think about it. Don't think you're doing it, because you are actually not doing it. The only thing you have is your life, whatever talent you have, and a willpower. You're not doing it. There is your destiny. If we could move ahead of time, we would know if I would fail or lose, fail or win. It's a fail twice. Twice. I see. So that's how much I'm afraid of it. You see, but we already know if this is going to work or not, right? But so don't think about it. What will be, will be. Mm-hmm. If I'm destined to fail, I will fail. So don't think about it. Just wake up. Just do it.
Take it a day at a time.
Take it a day at a time. Yeah, that's it. Long answer to small question, Brian.
It works.
No, I was thinking that your question. That was
I
your
know,
question.
I know.
Yes. Okay, so how many more questions?
Oh, and that's
Okay, so this one isn't related to the challenge, but
Right.
So about 9 months ago, you became a grandma.
Yeah, thanks to you.
In my opinion, he's the cutest little guy in the
Oh,
world. I don't
he
think
is.
I'm biased
That's
or
a
anything. But so you became a grandma.
Yeah.
You've had 9 months to experience that so far. How has that changed your life, or what experiences have you had that you never had before?
I think becoming a grandmother has kind of erased from my mind all the impressions I had of my 2 children when they were babies. Sorry, I meant that in a nice way. My RAM has gotten erased, and I'm now totally only seeing this one baby. So now I'm having like flash from my memory, like, oh, this is how Adrian was, or this is how Amy was, you know. But it's a very different feeling, and it's a very different response from him. Have you seen how?
Yeah.
He's got 2 grandparents, but the way this child looks at me and communicates with me and relates to me,
Yeah.
we don't need any introduction. We hit it off when we just see each other. We just hit it off.
Yeah.
We don't need to, spend time and get to know each other because we already know each other. It sounds so strange to me. It's just the most. I can't wait for him to actually start talking. So I know where all that he wants to do, and so I can make it all possible for him. Yes, thank you very much. With your permission. But see, it's totally different. I spoiled my kids, Brian. I spoiled my kids rotten.
Stand by that.
Thank you. So if I spoiled my kids rotten, I can't imagine how I would spoil this.
Terrified of this.
Terrified. Absolutely. Can't wait. Yeah.
Last question?
Yeah. Is that the last? Okay.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with the challenge.
Mm.
Do you like my cooking?
Is that a real question?
Well, it's like a part question. Do you like my cooking, yes or no?
I do.
Awesome. Now, sort of like a segue question. If you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would you eat?
My word.
Yeah.
If I could eat, that's actually a good question because I don't get tired of food.
It has to give you everything you need nutritionally.
The same food for the rest of your life?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh my word. Yeah. No. I think I will have just kani and pickle. Yeah. Because that's a food you can have. You're talking about having it and not getting tired of it, right?
Yeah.
That is it. My great-grandfather had only that for all of his meals.
Really?
Whoa.
He lived till 94. Popped at 94.
And maybe that's what it does to you, Mommy. It makes you pop.
He was so good. He was so good till the end. So one day he just decided, I will now rest in peace, and he rested in peace.
And then pop.
Else he will have good. So I think if it's one food I can kani, by the way, is that rice
porridge.
rice porridge and with pickle. It's something that is very nutritious. You can have it like so many times a day. You can have it when you're sick. You can have it when you're not sick. And yeah, if you're saying there's one thing you would like to have, you could have every meal or not. Yeah, that would be it. It's very practical, and I think I can do it.
Nice. Well, now they know something a little bit more personal about you.
Yeah. So questions over.
All done.
I think that's it.
Over.
I think so.
Okay. Now, so thank you. It's been such a pleasure. Thank you, Brian and Amy and me. And this
She
lovely
forgot me.
no this lovely couple. Amy, incidentally, I came here for her graduation. She's out of college now, and now they will figure what they're going to do for the rest of their lives. I know that God will lead them, and they'll do the best. So talented. Right. Speaking about talents, Brian plays several instruments, one of which is the guitar, and the both of them can sing quite well together. So yeah, can we just please have you sing something?
Sure. Sing a little bit.
Sure.
Which one?
It is The Years by
Jack and the Weatherman.
Jack and the Weathermen.
I don't know the song, but I know the song, but I don't know the song. So I'm just going to be around. Yep, carry
Shall
on.
we?
Yes.
All right.
Forgive the influenza.
Hello. How are you? I'm getting older and I need someone to talk to. Do you think it's strange that we get older every day? I don't even know what I'm doing here, and the clock just ticks away. Yes, I'm afraid I won't find my way. Don't wanna wind up an old man who wishes he'd done differently. Well, no way. Tell me it's not too late. Surely there is someone in this world who might relate to me. Say, another year has passed and there's hair growing on my chest. Things are moving so fast. Everybody's getting older. Another year has passed and these memories are locked inside my head. Well, it's sad, 'cause I'll never see them again. Oh no. time to realize that you're living now.
That was lovely.
Thank you.
It was absolutely lovely. So thank you once again, Brian and Amy, for
Thank
being
you,
with
Mama.
me on this special milestone of 400 days on the show.
Congratulations!
Thank you. And thank you, my dear friends, for being with me on this incredible journey. Well, we only have 600 days left. Only on
That's quite an only once you're past
it is
400.
quite and only. So on the 2nd of January 2020, God willing, we're going to complete this incredible challenge of 1,000 songs in 1,000 days and a children's song a day for 1,000 days, which together is right now 2,000 songs in 1,000 days. The last 40 days we'll do 7 songs a day, so that's much more. Day 700 to 799 we'll do 3 songs a day, the third of which is a worship song, and the last day, God willing, we'll do 21 songs. So, yes, God, it's just about miracles, just more and more miracles. I know, it's just miracles. We don't need a trophy or a medal.
Unless you want to give them to us.
It will be given to you, darling. All right, then, see you, and God bless you. Thank you so much.